Having a good background on your website can really improve the experience of users that visit it. And today we're going to be talking about CSS backgrounds, its various properties, and how you can use them all together. This is a nice way to add background effects for all your elements. There are quite a few properties that we'll be going over today, and this time I've created this box on the right here to sort of give us some kind of guideline to work with, and some text to go below it. This way I can demonstrate how properties affect certain elements. To begin, we're going to talk about how to change the background color of this box right here. This can be applied to most, if not all, HTML elements. It's as simple as going right over here and writing background color. Then right here you can just write gray, and if you save that, this box should be gray. And if you wondered how you can change the color of this in other different ways, I'll link a video where I go through the use of colors in CSS. Now normally in your documents you would specify images in your HTML. CSS can achieve this as well by using a property known as background image. Now before we insert an image right over here in our box, I want to show you how an image in CSS normally acts out. I will hide this box over here by going in here and writing display none. If we save that, the box should disappear. Now we will target our body over here and give it a background image property, and we follow that with a URL and then double quotes. It can be single or double, it doesn't matter. In here, this is where your path of your image is going to be. It can be an external link from another website or an image stored locally on your PC. I've already got an image over here, so it's cat.jpg, and if I save that, you should see that the image is applied, but it's doing this weird thing where it's repeated all over the page, as you can see over here. This is due to a property known as Bacground-repeat. Right now, this image is being repeated in both the X and the Y axis, which is the default option. You can change this by going under here and writing Background-repeat, and then you can either repeat it only in the X-axis or the Y-axis. But for this case, we don't want the image to repeat, so we're going to choose a no repeat. If we save that, now the image is not repeating itself and it's a singular one. I just wanted to explain that first before I put the image into the box. So we'll take this away now, and then we'll show the box again over here. So we're going to go through it again. So it's background image followed by URL and then double quotes or single quotes. Then write the path name of your image, and then if you save that, the image should appear here. And now to fix this issue, we're just going to go ahead and say background repeat and then no repeat, and then there we go. From here you can move the image where you need it to be by using a property known as background position. So I'm just going to clearly write that, background position. And now we can position this image any way we want to in this box. So we can use top, and it'll appear at the top over here. We can use left, which is the default one that we had, but then it moves instead over here. And then we can also say top left, and it should go up there. So this can go on again to bottom left as well. So anywhere where you want it to be. But I will clear that, and then we'll leave it to the default position first. So I'll take this away, and then we're just going to talk about another property. So right now, the issue that we have now is that the image is not big enough to fit in this whole box over here. And the first way we can handle this is by using another property known as background size. This just basically determines the size of the image. So we're going to go with background size, should be over here. Then over here, there's these two options that I'm going to go over. So if you go with contain and you save that, the image will span the full box without cropping or stretching it or losing its aspect ratio. But what you do notice is that this part over here is not covered because the box is much bigger than what the image is. But now this is where we can use another property known as cover instead. This will span the whole box and keep it its aspect ratio, as you can see. But now the issue we have is that the image is cropped itself. The final step to solve this is just to use a background position. So we're going back to the one that I was talking about, and here we can just use center, and that will fit in nice and properly into the box. So instead of writing all these lines over here, there is a shorthand method, and that is just called background. Now over here, this is where you specify the URL of the image, so cat.jpg, and then we'll follow with the no repeat, and then the position, and then over here we will just say cover. So now if I take this all the way over here and we save, we should achieve the same result, and we do. So this just saves up a lot more space. And now finally, we will talk about one more property that is known as background attachment. This just tells the image if it should scroll with the page or remain where it is. And by default, if we scroll over here, it scrolls with the page. But we can also change that by using the background attachment property and instead giving it a different value. So if we go to background attachment, we can give it a property of fixed. And now if we save this, the picture should stay in its position while the text goes over it with this nice little effect over here, as you can see. That's about all I'll be going over today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, resources will be in the description below. With that, I will see you guys in the next one.